sit 6.5 games behind the Boston Red Sox for the AL wild card. Tonight, they begin a crucial 3-game series against Boston. Win, and the Rays get one step closer to the playoffs. The most important series of the year starts tonight on Sun Sports. Tonight, the Rays continue the homestand as we welcome you to the beginning of a big 3-game series. From Tropicana Field, Game 1, the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an evening of Rays baseball. They start the night just 6.5 games behind Boston, 6 in the loss column in the wild card chase. The Rays are thinking one game at a time, Brian, but they're also thinking the possibility of a sweep, and they're going to have to contend with a high-powered Boston offense. You know, you think of Adrian Gonzalez leading the major leagues in hitting, Big Papi and his resurgence. Their cleanup hitters, Dustin Pedroia. Now add their leadoff man, Jacoby Ellsbury, to that group. He's not only stealing bases and scoring runs, he's hitting home runs.
Yeah, Jacoby Ellsbury. Guy played 18 games last year. You talk about someone who wanted to get out this year and get after it. Jacoby Ellsbury, MVP candidate, not just for those reasons. Look at his rankings, the average, the runs, the hits. That's great. He also has 25 home runs. He's driven in 89 runs. He's stolen 36 bases, and he is red hot right now. He's got a 13-game hitting streak. He's hit safely in 20 out of 21 games, and he sits right at the top of that lineup. You do not want to let him get it started so you get down to the middle of the order where the Red Sox can do some damage.
Well, the Rays have had the success they've had this year because of their starting pitching. That starting pitcher tonight is Wade Davis to deal with the Boston lineup.
Wade Davis, this is a huge start for him. He needs to come out. We talked about Wade Davis trying to get it started early. Well, this is one of the best offenses in all of Major League Baseball. You cannot afford to come out and settle into this ball game. He needs to come out and pitch like his hair's on fire. Really come after this lineup and attack them, attack them, attack them. That's what he's going to have to do to be successful. And you see, the one thing for the Rays, that he hasn't had much in the way of a record, just a 2-1 record in his last 7 starts, but it has bode well for the Rays when he's been on the mound because they've won 6 of those 7 games.
And tonight's pitching matchup again brought to you by Coventry Healthcare. Wade Davis after victory number 10, trying to take the first game of this 3-game series, and he's opposed by the veteran John Lackey. Despite an earned run average of .611, he's still won 12 games. He's 12-11. The Rays and the Red Sox coming up. Game 1 of this 3-game series as the Rays try to stay relevant in the wild card chase. We'll be back with more in a moment. T by Autoway. Autoway is part of AutoNation, the largest automotive retailer in the country, so we can do big things. And by Coventry Healthcare of Florida, lighting the way to better health. Back at Tropicana Field, the Rays and the Red Sox. Game 1 of this big 3-game series at Tropicana Field. Right now, let's go to Angela Jacobs.
Thanks, Dwayne, and he is right. No time like the present for the Rays to take advantage of this huge shot against the Boston Red Sox in that AL wildcard race. The Rays say they are taking it one game at a time, but they can't help think how sweet a sweep would be. Look at them, 6.5 games out of the AL wildcard, 7 games to go against Boston and New York for Tampa Bay. Boston is at New York for 3 more games. With 20 games to go, it is do or die, and former Yankee and Red Sox Johnny Damon gave us our Geico quote of the day on the Rays' chances ahead.
There's definitely a lot of pressure on us, but I think that's how we want it right now. I mean, we're the ones who dug ourselves into this hole, and, you know, right now is the time to see what we're made of. We've got 20 games left, 7 against Boston, 7 against New York, and you know, we're in control of our destiny, and, you know, we're hoping for our fans and for our team that, you know, we can play our very, very best baseball right now.
Again, no time like the present. The challenge for Tampa Bay begins tonight as the Rays try to capitalize on 2 straight Red Sox losses. Can they make it 3? We are ready for baseball. Game 1, Rays and Red Sox, is next on Sun Sports in high definition.
We got to deal with it.
You know, when you're behind like we are, it's a little bit more pleasurable to play these games. When you're ahead and having to play those guys coming from behind is not as pleasurable. So hopefully we're going to create a little bit of havoc in the next couple of weeks.
And welcome back to Tropicana Field for the opening game of this 3-game series. Joe Madden assuming a relaxed air about him, but then again, if he would be up by 6.5, there may be a relaxed air about him as well. A little different story for Terry Francona. He's concerned about his starting rotation and his bullpen. But this lineup is a very good one. Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off, followed by Marco Scuderon and Adrian Gonzalez, Dustin Pedroia, David Ortiz, and Carl Crawford down the middle. Jed Lowry, Josh Reddick, and Jared Saltalamacchia rounding out the Red Sox lineup.
Well, making the start tonight for the Rays, right-hander Wade Davis, coming off of a win in his last outing, pitched into the 7th inning. We said in the open, the team has won 6 of Wade Davis's last 7 starts, but this is a big one. You've got a pretty tough offense here, and you've got to start quick. That has been a problem for Wade Davis all season long. He's been working on it. Need a quick start, need to attack. You do not want to let this Boston Red Sox lineup get a foothold here early in the ball game.
Well, here's Ellsbury stepping in, the 5th leading hitter in the American League, and the first pitch of this game delivered by Wade Davis is a fastball and a strike call. So we're underway right on time tonight. 25 home runs for Ellsbury. The pitch is down. 1-1. Boston in after 2 losses on the road against the Toronto Blue Jays. They lost 3 out of 4 to the Blue Jays at Rogers Center. 2-1 to count to Ellsbury.
And you think what Ellsbury means to this lineup, the production out of that leadoff spot. You know, he's not a big guy, but 25 home runs, has driven in 89, leads the team we just saw in the stolen base category, scores runs, plays good defense in center field.
There's a strike on the outer part of the plate. It's 2-2. Well, he's certainly made a statement with the season he's had. He battled some injuries. He's back strong.
He reminds me a lot with those home run numbers and his build of Steve Finley, a guy I got to play with. They can create tremendous bat speed on a wiry frame.
Pops it up, third base side. Longoria back, and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Now let's take a look at the Rays defense as it lines up tonight. Left to right in the outfield, Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, and Matt Joyce. Across the infield, third to first, Evan Longoria, Reed Brignac, Ben Zobrist, and Casey Kochman. Behind the plate, John Jaso. Tonight's Rays defense brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket, home of the Sweet Spot.
Well, here's Marco Scutaro. He's hitting .291. Up in the second spot, Red Sox shortstop. Pitch is in there, a strike call. And Davis drops strike 2 in. A curveball that time. And he quickly is ahead of Scutaro, 0-2. Liner into right. Here comes Joyce, and he makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Tonight's Rays game is presented in high definition. Brought to you that way by H.H. Gregg. Base is empty to face the Major League's leading hitter, Adrian Gonzalez, in with a .343 average. He also leads the league hitting against right-handed pitching, and that's at .359. Pitch outside to him, 1-0.
Well, the thing that you're most impressed with Adrian Gonzalez is his approach at the plate, how well balanced he is, a very disciplined hitter, can cover all parts of the plate.
He fouls this one the other way, and when he hits a ball out, some guys have a violent swing. He does not. And he still hits the ball out of the ballpark.
Very smooth. You know, he's got a nice level swing. When he makes that good contact and creates that backspin, the ball just carries, and he doesn't even look like he's trying.
Rays have the shift on for him. Longoria way over toward the shortstop spot. Zobrist in short right field. Swing and a miss. Fastball, and it's 2-2. How about this? Now, look at the shift and look at this.
And the main reason for that is the majority of those hits to left field are in the air. Most of the ground balls still to the right side. That's why you see the shift, even though the spray chart's even.
The outfield is straight away. And that's actually not that unusual. You'll see guys hit ground balls one way and maybe fly balls straight away as the Rays defense him here.
That ball that's up and away, easy for that left-hander or even a right-hander to just go out there level and hit that ball, and he can do it with power. He can drive that ball the other way.
He fouls this one the other way. So the count at 3-2 with 2 outs and the bases empty. 7 of the Rays' next 10 games will be against Boston. So they have Gonzalez leading the league in hitting, Ellsbury 5th. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez out on the fastball to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the first. No score.
Available in Espanol via SAP, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida.
Quick look at the Rays starting lineup. Desmond Jennings leading it off, followed by B.J. Upton and Evan Longoria. Ben Zobrist is at second. Johnny Damon, the DH. Matt Joyce hits sixth in front of Casey Kochman, John Jaso, and then Reed Brignac.
John Lackey making his 25th start of the season for the Red Sox.
And Jennings takes the first pitch. It's a strike on the outside part of the plate.
You see the season numbers, an above 500 record with that ERA of 6.11, and he's lost his last 2 starts. There's too many pitches up and out over the plate.
Pitch down and away. It's 1-1.
He's going to attack you pretty traditionally, fastball, curveball, slider, change. Location has been the problem for John Lackey.
And the pitch is wide. 2-1. Desmond Jennings ended the game Wednesday when he homered in the bottom of the 10th on the first pitch he saw, and that gave the Rays a 5-4 victory over the Texas Rangers and a series victory over Texas. There's a strike. He wasted no time. Lowe's delivery, and Jennings hit it out.
Yeah, that ball moving back into his swing. He was in a bit of a slump at that point, but how about that? Almost depanced him.
And a foul ball. A 2-2 count to Desmond. Upton next, and then Longoria. That Rays victory pushes them 14 games over 500, which matches their season's high. And he's out on strikes. 1 away.
Now let's take a look at the Red Sox defense as it lines up behind John Lackey. Left to right in the outfield, Carl Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Josh Reddick. Across the infield, third to first, Jed Lowry, Marco Scutero, Dustin Pedroia, and Adrian Gonzalez. Jared Saltalamacchia will handle the catching duties. Tonight's Red Sox defense brought to you by Sweet Base Supermarket, home of the Sweet Spot.
B.J. Upton takes a pitch that runs off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Two and 0.
That's been another Achilles heel for John Lackey, is getting ahead in the count. You talk about wanting to get 0-1 versus 1-0, and in those counts, there's a difference of about 135 points in average, whether he gets ahead with the first pitch or behind.
Foul ball back. Yeah, a little checking on that too, and you can look at the numbers. When he's behind, they are dramatic.
There you go. I mean, 124 points different in the average. And that's because the command has not been there for John Lackey. So when he falls behind, goes to throw a strike, a lot of them have been catching too much plate.
And now he's 3-1 with Upton. Well, hitters against him in a 1-0 count hit 400. 2-0, it's 625.
Shocking.
And 3-1, 462. 3-1 now to Upton. And he just got a little piece of it, fouled it right back into the mid of Saltalamacchia. Full count.
Yeah, those are tough counts to pitch in, especially when you're not pinpoint with your command. And that's the whole reason you're in those counts to begin with.
And a chopper third base, foul ball just outside the bag. Kerwin Danley down there on the crew at third base making the call. Paul Nart works the plate. Doug Eddings at first, and Dana DeMuth, the crew chief, at second base. So another 3-2 pitch to be made to BJ. Roller right side. Pedroia leaves his feet to grab it and makes the throw to first to get Upton.
Well, that's a nice play there by Dustin Pedroia. BJ just kind of insiding out that ball the other way. It looked like that ball was destined to dribble out into right field, but Pedroia with a nice sliding grab comes up, throws him out. Smooth.
Two outs now with the bases empty. Brings up Evan Longoria. Hitting .237. Puts it on the ground to short. Scudero's throw to first in time. Strikeout and 2 ground outs. We're through 1. No score.
Inning. Well, please join Sun Sports this Sunday at 12:57 p.m., a few minutes before the Red Sox at Rays pregame show, for a special September 11th tribute. This honoring of our nation will feature a short video as well as a moment of silence and the national anthem from the Chicago Bears versus Atlanta Falcons NFL football game. Tune in for this very special September 11th tribute Sunday at 12:57 p.m. right here on Sun Sports.
Evan Longoria takes a big swing and rolls it fair just inside the third base bag. So Pedroia is aboard. Longoria let it roll. That's the only chance he had, as Pedroia, the cleanup hitter, has himself an infield hit.
Yeah, Evan knew he had no play. That ball was topped. Evan also knows this field and knows that ball is probably going to stay fair.
And here's David Ortiz. The Rays have the infield shifted around for him. Ortiz tied with Ellsbury for 5th in the league in hitting at .317. And he lines it foul up the right side. Strike one. A 1-2-3 first, and now an infield hit. Let's see where he is in the slugging percentage department. Second. Red Sox, 3 of the top 10 hitters. The only club to sport that.
Not a whole lot of talk anymore about David Ortiz's bat slowing down either.
That's right. Fouls it. 0-2. Wade Davis on the hill tonight for the Rays. Now 26 years old. He turned 26 Wednesday. 9 wins and 8 losses. And the pitch is a little bit high. 1-2. Pedroia had bluffed to start off first base.
Sometimes these base runners will do that just to try to time a pitcher up, get a feel for that sense of timing. You know, Wade Davis has only given up 2 stolen bases all year, so he's not been easy to run on.
There's a couple of pickoffs and a move to first. Pedroia back in.
A try run there by Pedroia. See what kind of jump I can get. Do I think I can make it? Then reassess.
And it's tapped foul. That time Pedroia was headed back toward first.
And you saw the slide step there by Wade Davis. That's the main reason why he can control the running game so much. He said he's got a couple of pickoffs. Not quite as quick a feet as James Shields, but with that slide step, it becomes a mathematical game. Time to the plate, catcher's release to second base. It's tough to beat him.
It's fouled again. In on him. Rays have won 6 and lost 5 to the Red Sox this year. In fact, if you go back to the end of June in 08, the Rays are 33-23 against Boston. And then 4-3 in the ALCS of 08. Regular season, 10 over 500 since then. Pretty close right there. Very close. And the count is 2-2.
Well, Jaso stuck that, but watch this ball travel right down the chalk line. That is right just off the plate. You're right, that's close. But you're going to see definitely off the plate.
Pedroia off the bag, and the pitch is down. Pretty close again.
Yeah, that one was closer because you're cutting that ball from the third base side, down and in. Did it catch the front part of the plate? I know where it ended up, but boy, oh boy, that was close. Yeah, take a look at this. Oof.
Yeah.
Could have.
It had the front edge. Three-two, runner goes. The pitch is a strike, and the throw. Gonna get him. He is out at second base. Strike him out, throw him out. Pedroia caught for the 7th time. Then erases the base runner.
Well, how about that? A couple of coast pitches there by Wade Davis. Here's your checkers double of the game. This one on the plate. The call, Jaso with the strike. We talked about it, becomes a math problem. The time to the plate, the release down to second base, and plenty of time to get Pedroia.
And Ortiz still not back in the dugout. He took his good sweet time about walking back into the dugout. Now here's Carl Crawford fouling one away. He was out. That was a good pitch. He didn't think so.
Well, of course not.
So it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. He could have been out on the pitch prior.
Yeah, that's the thing. There were enough close pitches there, and there was no question that that last pitch was strike 3. Don't be upset.
Pitch is fouled out of play by Crawford. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking pitch fouled by Crawford, and it's 1-2.
I will say one thing. That was a good fastball down and away by Wade Davis. And those pitches that are down at the bottom of the zone away, they look like they're down.
There's one up the right side, going to be pulled foul out of play.
I think you saw David Ortiz in the dugout upset, saying that ball's down, that ball's low. I'll tell you what, when it's at the kneecap on the outside corner, it does look down. You go back and look at the video and you say, maybe that was a strike.
Base is empty. Crawford starts the night hitting .250. Puts it on the ground right side. Picked up there by Zobrist. Throw to first in time. No runs, a hit. Caught stealing. Nobody left. No score. Mid-2. Top half of the inning, and the Rays turned that into a strike him out, throw him out double play. Vince Zobrist leads it off and shoots a base hit into left field. Tobin is aboard. One pitch, and there's a single into left. Let's take a look at that. Pitch looked good. He thought it was low. What's Foxtrax say?
You follow the track of that ball right there, and those pitches in that bottom quadrant like that, they do look low. But you see how, look at Foxtrax right there, you see how Wade Davis was attacking David Ortiz. He was going after him with the hard stuff, but he was going to the extremes, trying to get him to chase, made a pitch when he had to.
There's Johnny Damon taking the first pitch, and that's a strike. So Zobrist is at first. He continues his good hitting against Lackey. It's been a good matchup for the Rays. Zobrist is aboard again. Toss over there. One thing you can do with Lackey is run on him. And you would imagine the Rays would be aggressive while he's in there.
Especially since coming over to Boston. You know, he was a guy giving up 11, 14, 19 stolen bases a year. The 2 years with Boston, it's been 26 last year, which was his career high. Well, he's already topped that this year. And teams are very successful. 27, there you go, 27 out of 30. And a lot of that, it is. And, you know, a lot of it has to do with the Boston catching situation, too, because we've seen the Rays, you know, take liberties with the Boston catchers, no matter who's out on that mound.
2 strikes the count to Damon. And to start the stop by Zobrist, the pitch fouled away. Opening game of this 3-game series. Interestingly enough, the Rays up by a game in the season series 6-5, but they trail Boston here at the Trop. They've won 2 and lost 4, and they've won 4 out of 5 at Fenway against this Red Sox club. Damon hits it on the ground. Pedroia turns, goes to second, one. No throw by Scutaro, and Damon reaches on a fielder's choice.
Well, in tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run, televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Matt Joyce in the lineup against Lackey. Matt hitting .283. Lackey throws him a first pitch strike. Joyce 3 of 11 lifetime against the veteran right-hander with a home run. Zobrist to open this inning with a base hits, now 8 out of 20, hitting it even 400. Line drive to short, throw back to first, and Damon is back in. Joyce broke his bat. Line one to the shortstop, Scutaro, for the second out.
And right off the end of the bat. You know, it's an interesting breakout, too, here with this Rays lineup, where you look at the first 3 hitters, all right-handed, and then quickly right into the next 6, all lefties, and closing out the lineup. And then for good reason. You knew that Joe was going to run out a lot of lefties. Lefties hit 332 off John Lackey as opposed to 265 for righties. But those guys at the top of the lineup can't take them out.
And here's Casey Kochman. Takes a pitch away. 1 ball and no strikes. Casey, 8th in the American League in hitting. 313 overall and 317 against right-handers. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is too high. Stolen base for Johnny Damon.
Yeah, no chance to get him there. And then Pedroia with a little gamesmanship there, trying to convince Johnny Damon that that ball somehow made its way into center field. Good jump, not a close play. The throw not very good. Excuse me, that was Scutaro. Look at him start to run out towards center field.
So the Rays have a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Kochman takes it too close. Pitch moving in on him.
That was definitely a purpose pitch for Casey Kochman. John Lackey coming up and in. Try to buy him a little room on the outside of the plate. He's got a runner in scoring position now. Try to make the hitter uncomfortable with 2 outs.
Well, the Rays as a team have not been all that effective with men in scoring position, hitting only .225. But Kochman's hitting .265, and on this club, the way the lineup stacks up, you'll take your chances with that.
And John Lackey's not been very good with runners in scoring position. His average against him, .323. That's why you see him, right? Casey Kochman, he knows he'll put a good at bat on you. We're willing to take the ball the other way, so throw one up and in and just try to put something in the back of his mind.
2-1. And he took a shot, missed. 3-1. .66 veteran right-hander John Lackey. An average over 6. At Fenway it's .635, and on the road .575. And he tried a curveball, started it wide, and it stayed out there. So Kochman draws the walk. Puts runners at first and second for John Jaso. So Jaso, in 10 at-bats, has 4 hits off Lackey. Lackey showing Kochman some respect there with that 3-1 breaking ball. Now Jaso. One ball, no strikes. Pitch high. 2-0. Two men on with 2 men out. 2-0 pitch. There's a curveball in for a strike. 2-1. Curveball you see a little more against lefties. Down and in with it. 3 balls and a strike.
Well, this is where John Lackey gets into trouble. As soon as Johnny Damon stole second base, all of a sudden you start to see him pick.
Yeah, and here's where those numbers come into play. Hitters batting .462 against him.
Yeah.
In 3-1 counts.
You pick, you walk Kochman, you pick the Jaso. It's now 3-1. You got to throw a strike at some point.
And there's a shot high and deep into right center field. Gonna go. Home run for John Jaso. He threw him a 3-1 fastball, and Jaso hits his 5th home run of the year to give the Rays a 3-0 lead. Jaso hits a long one out of here.
That ball had some hair on it to right center field, but again, that is the problem. You pick, you nibble, you fall behind, you eventually got to come in, you miss your location. That's the problem with John Lackey. The lack of command, the bad counts. The Rays jump out early.
A 3-run blast, and the Rays lead by 3. Well, there wasn't a lot of doubt when Jaso made contact. Now here's Reed Brignac. Reed fouls it back, strike 1. It's the 2nd home run for Jaso since coming back off the DL. He hit one on the road trip in Toronto. Lowers the boom on Lackey. Ground ball chopped to the right side. Gonzalez with a toss to Lackey, who's there in time, retiring the side. But the Rays jump out in front. A home run from the Rays catcher, John Jaso. And at the end of 2, it's 3-0 Tampa Bay.
Leading the Rays with his 5th home run of the year, a 3-run shot giving them a 3-zip lead in the 2nd inning. And the Rays hitters are what are going to carry them through this series if they want to compete with the Red Sox, that's for sure. So that takes us into today's Autoway text poll. You just text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rates will apply. Do you think the Rays can catch the Red Sox? TB1, yes. TB2, no. The Rays, if they go 16-4, can do it, but the Red Sox would have to go 8-11. Guys, chew on that.
Oh, 0-1 pitch. Lowry fouls it right back into the screen. A breaking ball the first time for a strike. 0-2. Lowry, Reddick, and Saltalamacchia up here in the 3rd for Boston. This one is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lowry hitting .263 for the year. Switch hitting infielder. .218 from the left side of the plate. Kevin Youkilis has a hip issue. Swing and a miss, and that takes care of Lowry. A good firm fastball.
I'll tell you what, Wade Davis must have a little bit of extra jump on his fastball because he's thrown a couple, and you see that little bit of late movement taking it away from Lowry. He's thrown a couple of these fastballs that have actually been out over the plate where you think that the Red Sox hitters, a good fastball hitting team, would be able to at least foul it off, and he's been able to power it right by him.
Pitch away to Reddick. 1 ball, no strikes. The breaking ball, and that stayed wide. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1. Well, Davis, who has in the past had a little first inning issue, including the last time out, was very good. Came out with a 1-2-3 first tonight. Pitch is in on Reddick, and he pops him up. It's a foul ball and going to be out of play.
I think Wade Davis understands the importance of this ball game. I mean, you're down 6 games in the loss column. You've got 3 head-to-head over the weekend. You're going to be in Boston. Basically, 7 of your next 10 games are against the Red Sox, and so He's the tone setter. He's starting game 1 Friday. You don't want this team to come in here and get any kind of a toehold against you.
Swing and a miss. He takes care of Reddick right there.
That was a backdoor cutter by Wade Davis. Obviously watching David Price, James Shields, 88 miles an hour. Watch the little bit of cut action here. Just a little bit of a side. And I mean little. That's just a couple inches, but able to fool Reddick and pick up second strikeout of the inning.
Well, that's a nice little tool to add to the toolbox.
Anything to help out, especially in September.
Jared Saltalamacchia. First pitch strike to him with a fastball. But we've seen a lot of the fastball and curveball from him. Sometimes the slider and occasional changeup. 1-1, but boy, that cutter, you throw that in the mix with a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer and that curveball.
You just got to be careful in how you use it, because it's a pitch that if you don't set it up properly, you can get hurt on it badly.
And I think, you made that point earlier in the year, and we've seen that. We've seen pitchers, when they use that repeatedly, eventually get hurt with it. But if they use it for a surgical strike, it's very, very effective. Boy, that pitch pretty close, too. I think Davis thought that was a strike. I don't know what was wrong with that. Let's take a look.
Well, you talk about surgical.
Oh, yeah. It's right there. Now the pitch away, and the count is full to Saltalamacchia. Well, he's had the first time through the order 7 first pitch strikes, 7 out of 9. And a high fly ball into left. Jennings is there waiting for it. Desmond makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. The Rays coming in to hit, leading 3-0.
An early 3-run lead. Whether you're looking for children's activities, restaurant deals, insider tips, and more, you'll find it all at TampaBay.com/things to do, powered by the St. Petersburg Times. And that's what he's looking for right now. Things to do. I'm going to start with a shave and a haircut.
Here's Desmond Jennings going after the first pitch. Sends it back to center, and Ellsbury takes care of that one. 1 away. Well, apparently he hasn't found him, because he was reading the paper the other day. He was here.
I know.
Earlier in the homestand.
I don't even think you need a paper. You need a mirror.
Just hasn't gotten to that section yet.
I think he's looking for the best deal. 2 for Tuesday.
Now B.J. Upton with one out and the base is empty. Takes the first pitch strike. Rays facing John Lackey. Pitched 5 innings his last time out. Now he's ahead in the count to B.J. Upton 0-2. He lost that game 11-4 at Fenway. That was against Texas. And B.J. chases that one. A cutter running right away from him, and he's out on strikes.
A pretty good sequence there by Lackey. A couple of fastballs down and away. Then, hey, let me take one off the plate, see how far he's willing to go. And B.J. missed that ball by 1.5 feet.
Here's Evan Longoria. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch inside. 2-0 the count. Three balls, no strikes.
Not overwhelming power, but enough sprinkled through the lineup that there's always a threat lurking.
Yep. Well, the one thing the Rays will need in this series is some offense. Of course, the great pitching. You can't say enough about the starting pitching. And the job the bullpen has done as well to put that thing back together. And then good defense. It's a strike on the outside corner. And the count is going to be full. But the one thing the Rays have not been able to do is consistently put enough offense together to get on a prolonged winning streak.
And because at times you think they'll never lose again.
Ground ball up the middle and a base hit into center field. Fastball shot right back over the mound and through. So if they indeed are to make a move, and they're going to pretty much have to sweep this series, they're going to have to get some offense.
Absolutely. And Evan Longoria, a nice start. You saw on Fox Tracks where John Lackey was working him. The ball that was up and in on Fox Tracks was actually a curveball that backed up. Everything else down and away. Evan Longoria, he's not stupid. He knows he's going to go back down there full count, and he just rifled that ball back up the middle.
Ben Zobrist takes a pitch low. Ben now hitting .400 lifetime against Lackey. And a base hit to start the second inning. Bats again here in the third. This one outside, 2-0. A lot of extra base hits for Ben Zobrist this year. Our Southern Ford Dealers leaderboard, tied with Grant 4 of Kansas City with 44 two-base hits, one up on Gonzalez. And a take of a pitch low, 3-0. You know, Zobrist said earlier this year the difference he thought between this year and last year when he had some struggles is that he's a little more aggressive now, but he's still pretty patient up there.
Oh, he'll take his walks, absolutely.
And he takes that one for a strike. It's 3-1, but he's really been more proactive as a hitter this year in that he puts his game plan out there as opposed to trying to adjust every pitcher he faces.
Yeah, and he had that breakout here in 09.
There's ball 4. The runner was going. The pitch was inside. So Longoria moves to second on the walk to Zobrist.
You know, he hit what, 297, had 27 homers, 91 RBIs in 2009. Well, guess what? That offseason, people are going to come up with game plans to try to get you out. And where he got a little bit out of his game was 2010. He was more aggressive, but he was aggressive. He was aggressive, but aggressive chasing their pitches. Now, he, like you said, you made a great point. He's more aggressive within the framework of his game plan. You start to see the numbers come around again.
Johnny Damon, he takes a pitch inside. You know, the other thing about Zobrist, and he's not going to tell you this, he's just going to go play, but he was not helping a lot of the time last year. His pitch is down. He had a little neck issue, and he banged up in some other ways, and that has an effect as well.
Oh, sure. Especially when the Rays are asking Ben to do what he does, which is play every position, hit left-handed, hit right-handed, and anywhere in the lineup that we put you.
Yeah.
Other than that,
and he plays hard wherever it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. And here we go again with Lackey. 2 quick outs, some bad counts, a base hit, a walk, and now 2-0 on Damon.
And Damon takes the pitch around the knees. It's 2-1. We've seen him try. He threw a slider there, but he threw a curveball and he walked Kochman on 3-1. And now he comes back with a breaking ball here, 2-1, and the count is 2-2.
And trying to do anything that works. Try to get out of this inning. 2 base runners here with 2 outs.
Pop foul back, going to be out of play. Well, the Rays got 3 in the second when Jaso hit a 3-1 fastball out of here for a home run. 2-out single by Longoria. The walk drawn by Zobrist. Foul ball. Holds the count at 2-2. Pitch coming in to Damon. Johnny Damon battling up there, looking for a pitch that he can do something with.
The more pitches you see, the more comfortable you are with the release point. Johnny Damon already has a pretty good idea against Lackey. Good career numbers.
Yep, 369 coming into this game with a lot of at-bats. I think 65 at-bats. He's extended this to at least an 8-pitch at-bat. Bottom of the third. Now Lackey's ready and Damon waits and shoots one fair back at first. Grabbed by Gonzalez. Go to first. He is safe. Here comes Longoria to the plate. He is safe. Into third. Zobrist and the Rays pick up another run. Some hustle by the Rays. Base hit for Damon. And with 2 outs, Longoria just kept on coming. And he scores to make it 4-0.
Well, I'll tell you what. The Rays have come to play tonight. Johnny Damon pulls that ball up the line. A nice play by Gonzalez, but John Lackey's slow in getting over there. I mean, this should be an easy play. As quickly as it got to Gonzalez, the fact that he secured it, this is an easy play. But John Lackey not getting to first base in time, and then just not there. And then once he gets over there, here's a good shot of it. This ball hit. Look at that. Slow to get over there. Damon beats him to the bag, and Evan Longoria hustling. I'll tell you what, that is sending a message and taking the game right to the Boston Red Sox.
So the Rays now lead 4-0. Here's Matt Joyce. First and third. The pitch is too high. Off speed.
And you remember this inning started out with a fly ball to center field and then 3 quick pitches to B.J. Upton to strike him out. And then all of a sudden we started to see it again. Picking, bad counts, base hit, full count, a walk. And then the play right there and not covering first base. Cardinal sin.
Pitch is wide. I think Lackey just thought the ball was going to be a double. I think he thought it was going to get by Gonzalez, and Gonzalez made a great play.
And what did we learn from Walter Matthau about assuming?
That's right.
You don't assume. And I'll tell you something else. It is ingrained into a pitcher's head. Any ground ball to the right side, you are automatically breaking for first base. It's like second nature. You don't even think about it. Ground ball to the right side, that's your first reaction. Now, if it gets down the line, you can always pull up. Right. But if that play happens, guess what? Now you're late getting there. Now it costs you a run in a big game.
And that's why you and I always try to be thorough, because I don't want that to happen to you and me.
Yeah, and that's why I'm pointing up in the booth, and we're not even on.
2-1, a line drive and a base hit into center field. Zobrist scores. Damon digs for third, and they're standing. 5-0 Tampa Bay. Matt Joyce picking up his 64th run batted into the year. With 2 outs, the Rays have put up 2.
Now this is just a hanger here. Ball hangs up and Matt Joyce
goes out and gets it. All of this with 2 outs.
Kurt Young, the pitching coach, out there.
Now this is just a reminder to look for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment later in tonight's game.
Smile, ladies.
Well, a quick visit by Young. Casey Kochman, the 7th man to come to the plate for the Rays in the 3rd. Pitch up and in again to Kochman. Similar situation with Casey up there in the 2nd when he eventually walked and scored. That fastball was a little close. Pitch away. 2 balls, no strikes. Atchison up in the bullpen. That's a strike. 2-1. That's outside. 3-1. Rays with 5 runs, 5 hits, couple of walks in the mix. And ball 4. Throw him a breaking ball, a slider high on 3-1. And the bases are loaded. That's going to get John Jaso up there.
Yeah, I don't know how much more or how much longer Terry Francona can go with John Lackey. This game is starting to get a little bit out of hand, and on top of that, the body language from his starting pitcher is not very good. He looks like a defeated pitcher right now.
Well, Jaso went to 3-1 and hit a fastball into the seats in right center field in the 2nd. And he swings and bounces it foul. Strike 1. That pitch coming into him. He's made 33 pitches this inning. He made 33 in the first two together. And the first 2 outs came on 4 pitches. And the curveball is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. And another foul ball. Slider, cutter coming into him. Got a couple of foul balls on that pitch. Rays put up 3 in the second. They have 2 in the third. 2 outs, bases loaded. 1-2 the count to Jaso. Jaso asking for time, granted by Paul Nart. Now we're ready. Maybe we're not. Saltalamacchia is going to go to the mound. Here's the pitch. Swing and a shot back off the pitcher, Lackey. He recovers, throw to first is in time as Jaso shot that one right back at Lackey, and it deflected off him. He recovered in time to retire the side, but the Rays come back with 2 more. They now lead 5-0. TNT trivia question tonight. What's the biggest September deficit overcome to make the playoffs in American League history? Well, the Rays here on the 9th of September. Back 6.5, but Boston in the wild card. 9 overall behind New York. And a curveball to Ellsbury to start the 4th, and that's in there, a strike call. Ellsbury popped to third his first time. And again, a breaking ball. Strike 2.
How about
start
that?
Right there.
Yeah. Sitting there for a couple half innings that were pretty long there.
36 pitches at the bottom of the 3rd by Lackey.
Comes out sharp, a couple of breaking balls.
Comes right back. Foul ball.
I think that was that cutter again, and I'll tell you what, you see that hack by Ellsbury. You talk about an emergency hack, not sure at what he's seeing. That's the pitch this Boston Red Sox lineup. First of all, Wade Davis' first start against the Red Sox this year. They've not seen him throw that pitch, and that swing tells you that.
Counted in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, we saw him throw a very good cutter to Reddick. Got him on strikes in the 3rd. Ground ball headed toward the middle. There is Zobrist, and the throw across his body to Couchman. 1 away in the 4th. Now Marco Scutaro. The Rays continue to get a lot of innings out of their starting pitchers. In fact, they lead the majors in that department.
That's part of the reason why the bullpen for the Rays has held up all year. They've been protected by that starting rotation.
Now Scutaro. The pitch is in there. Curveball to start him. Strike 1. Ground ball to short. Brignac makes the throw. 2 up and 2 down.
Well, if Rays pitchers strike out 10 or more in a home game, you can take your ticket stub to any Cane's Furniture store and get a coupon for a free Papa John's pizza. Plus, while you're there, you can sign up for a chance to meet one of your favorite Rays players. Cane's quality is so good, it is guaranteed for life.
Well, Davis has come out here and thrown that curveball prominently in the 4th. He threw a couple to Scutaro and got him. Probably not a bad idea to mix it up against a lineup that leads the major leagues in extra base hits.
Word.
Now Gonzalez tries to bunt, pops it up. Jaso digging hard, and a great effort, but he comes up a little short. Jaso trying to help out his pitcher there, and some great effort.
Yeah, did you see Wolverine pop up out of his stance and start galloping over to that ball? There he goes. Just realized I don't have those things on my fingers. Just a glove. Yeah, you got to love this effort. Even the quick pop-up.
Little broken bat popper out there from shortstop is Brignac. And he takes, that's Longoria with the shift on. Longoria made that catch to retire the side. Rays lead 5-0. With the answer to our AT&T trivia question, what's the biggest September deficit overcome to make the playoffs in American League history? The answer, the Mariners in 95 on September 1st, 7.5 behind the Angels.
I had a hand in that collapse.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I was on that 95 Angel team.
Well, hey.
Joe and I.
There you go.
Although Joe wasn't responsible for any of it.
Yeah.
It was more like me and 20 some other guys. that was brutal. And you know what? Here's the funny thing. We actually not only were 7.5 up on September 1st, we actually went down by a couple of games going into the last weekend of the series, and we swept. And the Mariners, I think, lost 2 out of 3 to get the tie. So we not only went up 7.5, down 2. I mean, we're talking about a free fall.
Yeah.
And then had the one-game playoff and one gem by Randy Johnson later, and it was go home time.
Well, Scott Atchison's going to be the new pitcher. 3 innings for Lackey, and he departs. Reed Brignac, high pop foul. It's out of play. Strike 1. Well, Lackey made 69 pitches, 36 of those in the third. Gave up 5 runs on 5 hits and 3 walks. 1 home run. The 0-1, and that's upstairs, 1-1. Brignac 0 for 1 with a ground ball. One and 2. Atchison has been between Pawtucket and Boston a number of times this year. All 2 strikes. Line drive, 1 hop and a grab by Pedroia. Nice pickup, and that retires Brignac.
Well, visit Lowe's to pick up your instant win game card for a chance to win World Series tickets, compliments of Scott's.
Here's Desmond Jennings, and the pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes. And in there for a strike, 1-1. Atchison actually has had 5 previous stints with the Red Sox, and the state of their pitching staff right now is precarious.
Well, he's one of those guys, too, that Terry Francona turns to like, hey, save the day.
Yep.
And we've seen him do it.
Well,
come in and eat up some quality innings.
That's what Francona needs now.
Yes.
His starting staff pretty well beaten up, and now a short outing here for Lackey to begin the series. Jennings fouls it away, and the bullpen also has a few miles on it coming out of the Toronto series for Boston. And that's why the key for the Rays would be to continue to get good pitching and play good defense and put some offense up there. Well, they've been able to do that so far in the early stages of this game. 2-2 the count. Three and 2 now. Swing and a miss. A little cutter away from Jennings. 3-2.
Man, that had slider action. This ball had some depth to it. Yeah, that little piece, and I think Desmond, the swing, I think he thought it was a slider. Trying to go down and get that, and that stayed above the bat.
2 outs. Here's B.J. Upton. And a base hit. He jumps on the first pitch. Now Upton is aboard.
BJ just laying back there and taking that cutter, centering it, shooting it out there for a 2-out hit.
Here's Evan Longoria. The pitch is too low. 1 ball, no strikes. A ball, no strikes. He did go, tried to check. The count is 1-1. A strike. 1-2. Rays put up 3 in the second, 2 runs in the third. Scott Atchison in the game now in relief of John Lackey. Another move to first. Pitch out. That pitch came back toward the plate. It's 2-2. It's Terry Francona, the skipper of the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox dropped 2 in a row and 7 of their last 10. Ground ball shortstop. Scooter Rose throw to first in time. The Rays do not score, leave a man. We go to the 5th, and it's 5-0 Tampa Bay. Brought to you by Just for Men Mustache and Beard, and we've seen Wade Davis tonight with a combination of fastballs, some cutters, and curveballs, helping the Rays keep their edge. And you can keep your edge with Just for Men Mustache and Beard. Dustin Pedroia takes a curveball out of the strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch is high. 2-0. Pedroia in the cleanup spot. Not all that unusual for him to hit cleanup, but certainly with Euclid out of the lineup. 3-0. I mean, he swings like a cleanup hitter. Right. I mean, that's for sure. He's actually been in there 20 times this year, hitting 4th for the Red Sox.
I think he was in that 4-hole the last time the Rays saw the Red Sox.
There's a strike. It's 3-1. Well, he's one of the more diminutive cleanup hitters, but boy, he's a good one. 3-1. He takes a big cut, and it's a big league pop-up. It's Kochman under it making the catch.
Casey Kochman always working. Love it. Still working. He works on shading his eyes on pop-ups in the dome. Gotta love that kind of work ethic. Here it is. How about this? We're in the dome. Yes, that's it. Sun out. Sun out. There you go. Squeeze it.
Catches it with 2 hands, even though he's got a big first baseman's mitt. Well, here's David Ortiz. And he hits it on the ground to Kochman. Thinks he's going to make the play unassisted. 2 gone. So David Ortiz turns around and heads back toward the dugout. Well, he was called out on strikes his first time and then decided he'd go for the first pitch in the 5th and hit it down to first.
Thought that ball was foul.
That I like. Here's Carl Queller. This pitch is high. And if you weren't with us earlier, you're going to have to watch a replay to get that. Oh, my. 1 ball, no strikes. That's in there. 1-1. Base hit, line the other way. Crawford is aboard. He'll make the turn and hold right there.
Well, this ball was not hit well. In fact, Carl broke his bat on it, but just out of the reach of Evan.
Gets that ball out into left field.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Visit geico.com today.
So the base hit for Crawford, the second allowed by Wade. That'll be Jed Lowry. Lowry out on strikes his first time. The fastball is upstairs. 1-0. Davis coming off the outing against Baltimore. It's a strike in there. Breaking pitch. Davis and the Rays won that game 6-3 last Saturday as Wade pitched into the 7th inning. 6 2/3 in that game. Short left center. Jennings and Upton closing, and who got it? The Rays make the catch, and Jennings cutting across gloved it as Upton went racing across. They crisscross, and here's Jennings making the catch to retire the side. Dealers by Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do. And by Subway. Eat fresh. Rays coming in to hit in the bottom of the 5th inning, and they'll send Ben Zobrist up there against Scott Atchison. This pitch is sky foul. It's high and back of first.
Tell me how he hit the ball where he just did.
I don't know.
I mean, how do you get out and around a baseball that far? He almost pulled that behind him over the catwalk.
Remember a left-handed hitter named Mike Laga? Played for the Tigers briefly. A little tap foul. Played for the Cardinals, and this goes back a little ways, but he was a guy with great power. But he hit a ball like that, a foul ball back out of Busch Stadium, the one that they just demolished a few years ago, replaced with the current.
Yeah. Out of the stadium.
Yeah.
And you get out and around that base. I mean,
it
that was behind. It does. It does.
The pop foul headed straight back and out of play. So the count is still 2 strikes. Strikes the count. This one is down. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here is the 1-2 pitch. It's low. 2-2. The 2-2 and a little ground ball to short. Scutaro makes the play. That is the first out. 1 out with the bases empty in the 5th. Let's check in with Angela.
Thanks, guys. Obviously, Sunday, a big day as we mark the 10th anniversary of September 11th. And the Rays want you to join them as they honor the community's first responders. The first 10,000 kids 14 and under will receive this Rays fire helmet presented by Chili's. Also, you want to be on hand because the first 30,000 fans will receive these mini American flags, which will come in handy because guess what? 18 of the area's police chiefs, fire chiefs, and military personnel will be throwing out that first pitch. Guys?
All right, Angela, thank you. 1-0 the count to Johnny Damon. Pitch is high. 2-0. Scott Atchison in relief. John Lackey worked the front three. Damon swings over that pitch. 2-1. Three balls and a strike. Picks up the corner. 3-2. Johnny had that base hit in the third inning when he beat Lackey to the bag. It was a great stop by Gonzalez. And on that play, Longoria came around to score from second base. So Damon picked up a run batted in on that. 62nd of the year. So another extended at bat for Damon here, this time against Atchison. And ball 4 is high. So a 9-pitch at bat. Damon draws the walk. He's aboard with 1 out. Matt Joyce will bat. That had the base hit and a run batted in the third. Fouls a fastball out of play from strike 1. Is foul. 0-2. Five runs, 6 hits for the Rays. No runs, 2 hits for Boston. It's upstairs. 1-2. Atchison not only has been up and down 5 previous stints with the Red Sox this year, but at Pawtucket he spent the most of the time in the bullpen, but even made a start for the Pawtucket team.
You get that feeling watching him that he could do just about anything as far as being out on the mound. He's got certainly the repertoire to be a starter. Comes out of the bullpen, he works quickly, he throws strikes.
The pitch is down. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Atchison, 35 years old. Play. He's out of Texas Christian University, TCU. Saddened by their recent loss to Baylor.
That was a good football game.
Yes, it was.
50-48. And Baylor, who had a huge lead, they almost blew that.
Yes, they did.
My goodness.
But the mighty Baylor Bears prevailed.
Robert Griffin III.
Over the Horned Frogs of TCU. There's the liner back into right center. Reddick cuts to his right. Makes the catch. So that will be out number 2. Atchison earned 4 letters at TCU.
Came right in and contributed.
Yeah. He faces Casey Kochman. Casey with a couple of walks tonight. He scored a run in the 3-run second. Pitch is a strike. On the count. Upstairs. You can see the fact that he's been up and down, that he can serve and is serving a valuable purpose for this Boston club right now.
Why wouldn't you have this guy as a long man?
Sure.
You got to love. I mean, he comes in, he just goes after people, he throws strikes. He's got stuff to get you out with.
Well, not only Boston, but they've had to send him out.
Yeah.
And then bring him back. And
right.
This is, what do we say, 5 times he's been up here? Well, he's then exposed to other clubs.
Somebody pull the trigger.
And when we've seen him, he's not been afraid to throw strikes.
Oh, not at all.
This is up with this one. So the count is 2-2. So now we're going to become general managers up here. Is that it?
Yeah.
Player personnel directors, scouts, all the rest.
We have been all year. We just haven't verbalized.
2-2. Ooh, he dismissed, and the count is full. Hey, we've just been 2 guys at the ballpark enjoying the game.
That's it?
That's what we've been
doing. Sitting down with your friends, talking some baseball.
Yeah. Surrounded by our good friends here in the booth. Those guys in the truck.
It's like an audience.
And we think of those guys who aren't here with us. Todd Callis doing whatever. The high fly ball to left. Crawford in a bit, waiting, and makes the catch. A man left, through 5, and the Rays lead 5-0.
where the Rays lead the Red Sox 5-0 in the top of the 6th. Now, if you're the type of baseball fan that isn't just satisfied to sit on your couch and watch the game, log on to Game Connects on FoxSportsFlorida.com, where you can tweet along with me. You can also get your updated stats and scores and pay attention to the broadcast team and interact with them. It's a great way to be a part of this whole situation we've got going on here. Now, Dwayne and BA, I'm hearing a lot of requests for Twitter accounts for you guys. Now, I know you're not big on the tweets, but I'm just letting you know what your people want.
Thank you very much for passing that along. We really appreciate it. Now we go to the 6th, and the count is 1-1 on Josh Reddick. He'll be followed by Jared Saltalamacchia, and then the top of the batting order, Jacoby Ellsbury. And a line drive right over Davis and back through into center field. So Reddick hit that ball sharply. Hit number 3 for Boston.
What would you tweet about?
Nothing. Zero.
Not a fan?
No.
No?
No. There's nothing interesting in my life away from the ballpark that anybody wants to know anything about. And you know what? That's true about 99.9% of all the tweets or Twitters or whatever that is. Who cares if you went to the store and did this?
Yeah,
you know?
Right. That was my thing about it.
I'm going to the garage now. I went out there, went to the backyard 3 times today. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Can you believe the heat?
It's really hot. Yeah. It rained again.
Hey, go Bucks. Now, I will say that there's some exciting things that swirl around my life away from the ballpark.
There's no question about that. I just live my life and live vicariously through you. You know, I go home, watch the news, go to bed, go to sleep, get my rest, come back, do the game. And then you fill me in on all the things that you've been doing, and I'm somehow fulfilled by that.
And we're always ready to go at game time.
Yes, we are. Saltalamacchia, no count on him. And the pitch headed toward the corner, slicing away. That ball bounding off the wall. Going to be a 2-base hit. Reddick goes to third, and Saltalamacchia has a double. So now the Red Sox, for the first time in this game, put up a threat.
You know, this ball here just finds its way back out over the plate. And you know what? You look at Wade Davis. You see Saltalamacchia stay on that pitch and really lift it the other way. 8 and 9 hole hitters here.
Yeah.
Cruising into the 6th inning. He gives up the base hit up the middle. Hard hit. The double.
I know where you're going.
That's
Very good point.
Hitters 7, 8, 9. You wonder about Wade sometimes in his concentration at the bottom of the order, because 7, 8, 9 typically are going to be the 3 hitters. I don't want to say worse hitters because they're big leaguers, but they're in the 7, 8, 9 hole. Let's be honest. 291 average. 1 through 6, 265. That shouldn't be.
Yeah, especially here's Ellsbury, the top hitter in their lineup, the leadoff man, and he fouls the fastball back, strike 1.
Yeah, well, and what ends up happening here is now you got runners 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and Ellsbury, he may be your leadoff guy, but he's throwing up production numbers like a middle of the order guy.
And he's hitting with men in scoring position. He's hitting .352 with runners in scoring position this year. So that's why you always have to respect this Boston lineup. He fouls it back, 0-2. And the Rays have done a great job this year of holding them down. In fact, in the season series, the Red Sox have hit only 168 off Rays pitching. They've hit 289 against everybody else.
Ridiculous. And you remember that last series at Fenway Park, they go up there, Rays go up there for a 3-game series. They gave up 9 hits for the series. I mean, that 3 hits in each game against this lineup.
And a little tap right side. Davis chasing it. It'll be picked up by Zobrist. Throw to first. Safe there. The run scores. Over to third goes Saltalamacchia. And that's why Davis was really trying to bust it off the mound. He knew with Ellsbury running, Even if Zobrist got to that ball, it was going to be tough to throw him out. And so Davis really did hustle off the mound after that ball.
Well, Ben Zobrist was playing deep, and that acted just like a bunt that you try to get past the pitcher, because if the second baseman is playing that deep and you get it by him, he doesn't have a chance to come in and make a play, and you see he clearly beat it.
So Ellsbury drives in a run with an infield hit. That's his 90th run batted in of the year, by the way. Boston on the board, 5-1 now. Nobody out with men at first and third. And now Marco Scutaro will be the hitter. Scutaro line to right in the first. Grounded to the shortstop on a breaking ball in the fourth inning. And he sends a fly ball deep into left center field. Upton is there. He's going to make the catch. Tagged by Saltalamacchia. He'll score. And Ellsbury heads back to first.
I'm going to tell you something. Scutaro just missed that. I mean, he took a good swing on a ball that was out over the plate and just caught it a little bit. Just too much backspin, too much height. Watch this, though. I mean, he is on it and just got underneath it.
So it's a 3-run game now. And Adrian Gonzalez is the hitter with Ellsbury over at first. The Rays have Longoria alone on the left side of the infield. And the pitch is a strike. Reddick and Saltalamacchia have scored. Away. 1-1. It's amazing how still Gonzalez can be up there and balanced.
He trusts his hands. Yeah, he mechanically very sound. Stay quiet. See the ball and let the hands do the work.
And he lines it. Great grab by Longoria. Throw to first, not going to be in time. What a catch by Evan Longoria on that ball. Had some slice away from him off the left-handed bat of Gonzalez, and he reaches out to make the catch.
See right here, trying to shoot the ball the other way. Not so fast.
Boy, that is a big play. 2 gone now. And another big bat to get. Here's Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia 1 of 2. He had the infield hit back in the second. And there's the strike. Pedroia with that 1 for 2 tonight. Average pushing the 300 level right now. 299. There's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball right there. 0-2. He just did pick up the zone, it would appear.
Right there. A couple of high quality pitches by Wade.
2. Ellsbury takes off, swing and a miss. LaGoria chased it. He's out on strikes to retire the side. 2-run score, that's it. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-2 Tampa Bay. For a couple of runs in the 6th inning, but the Rays have supported him. His battery mate John Jaso hit a 3-run home run in the 2nd. Johnny Damon with some hustle got a base hit and a run batted in the 3rd. Matt Joyce singled home the other run, and the Rays lead 5-2 as we move into the bottom of the 6th. And here's Jaso after the first pitch, stroking this one back into deep center. Going to one-hop the wall, and Jaso's on his way to second with the stand-up double. Jaso 2 for 3 tonight. One after the first pitch from Atchison, and now the Rays have a man in scoring position. That fastball out over the plate, and Jaso drove it one hop to the wall in center field. Now Reed Brignac will be the hitter. Brignac 0 for 2, a couple ground balls tonight. So let's see if the Rays can get at least one of those runs back. There's a shot toward right center field. That's going to be in there by Reddick. Ellsbury with a pickup. Jaso scores, and it's a double for Brignac, and the Rays do just like that on 2 pitches, get one of those runs back.
How about answering? The Rays answer here in the bottom of the 6th, and guess what? Out of the 8 and 9 hole. Hey, you guys can do it. We can do it one better. Reed able to get the head out on that pitch that was moving in towards him.
Well, Desmond Jennings will be the hitter. And pitch is outside. Jennings short on the bat. Took the pitch, 1-0. Felix Doubront, the lefty, up in the bullpen. And again, Jennings shortens, but this pitch is in there. 1-1. Rays have 6 runs, 8 hits. Boston 2 runs, 5 hits. And again, Jennings jabbing at that pitch.
Yeah, I think he was caught in between. He wanted to pull that back, and then that was awkward. We've seen Desmond lay down some bunts. Looked like he was just in between.
Redyak at second. And a swing and a miss. Jennings is out on strike.
Well, and you saw right there, Saltalamacchia gave Atchison the sign and then the hand up. He wanted that pitch out over the plate, but elevated. You can see, too, how he's sitting. As he's sitting as if he wants the ball up. See where that glove was. Atchison put it there and got the strikeout.
Well, here's Upton, who had a base hit off Atchison in the 4th inning. Pitch is down.
That was a cross-up. Saw how awkward Saltalamacchia caught that ball. Mosaic Company and the Rays are working together to end hunger through home runs for food. Each Rays home run, Mosaic donates $500 to Feeding America Tampa Bay. So far, $73,000 has been donated.
There's a strike. The base hit by BJ in the 4th was his first off Atchison. He had more at bats than any other Ray. He had gone 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts against Atchison before he came up with a base hit. Now he's 1-1 with him. Two balls and a strike. Vin Zobrist had 4 at bats, and that was it in terms of at bats against many of the Rays hitters here against Atchison. 2-2. Tap. It's a foul ball. Contact with Upton while he was in the batter's box. Count holding at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rays led 5-0, then 5-2, and now it's 6-2. Foul out of play. Rays got 5 runs off Lackey, now 1 off Atchison. And this pitch is fouled back. Lackey pitched 3 innings, also had a contusion on his left calf when he left. That's a ball that Jaso hit back at him that deflected off Lackey, and he recovered in time to make the play to first. The Rays left the bases loaded. 2-2 pitch again. And Upton is out on strikes. A couple of strikeouts here for Atchison after back-to-back doubles.
No, nothing fancy here. Well-located fastball at 91. He gets this above the bat of BJ. You see, too, with BJ's swing where he's got the little front foot going with the little toe tap and the hip turn. There's a lot going on there, and sometimes that slows his hands down because he's got very quick hands.
Yep.
But you've got a lot going on the lower half. The load isn't there in time, and he gets beat with a fastball.
The pitch to Longoria is high. Well, scouts will tell you, and we've both had conversations with people, they'll tell you that he either has to be the strongest man in the world to hit the way he hits because there's so much movement.
Yeah.
Or he's got to just get to the ball quicker with less movement.
Yeah,
because you're right, he has great hands. They're quick hands.
He does. I mean, everything about BJ is quick except for the lower half getting ready to hit a fastball.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes it becomes a 3 or 4 part swing.
There's a line shot toward the corner and left off the bat of Evan Longoria. It bounces over that short wall. Brignac will come home. Longoria with a 2-base hit, and the Rays get those 2 runs back and lead 7-2.
How about that? Led by the 8 and 9 hole, leading it off with a couple of doubles, and the Rays come right back and answer, take that lead back out to 5. 2 outs here, and Evan gets a hanger.
So Terry Francona comes out of the dugout with an eye toward the bullpen. This call brought to you by Metro PCS.
You can get exclusive deals and coupons delivered right to your phone with the free TampaBay.com/things to do iPhone app powered by the St. Petersburg Times. It's available now at the iTunes App Store.
Well, they're going to turn Zobrist around to hit right-handed. Then the Rays have the string of lefties. So the left-hander Felix Dubronc is in the game, making his 7th appearance for Boston. And he throws a strike. Longoria picking up his 81st run batted in.
Trying to get to the 100 on the plateau.
Two. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Rays. 5 runs off Lackey and 2 more off Atchison. Zobrist fouls it. Strike 3 call. Fastball over the corner got him. Rays add 2 and lead 7-2. 2. Here's another important inning for Wade Davis in the grand scheme of things. He's gotten that 5-run lead back, and he's going to face David Ortiz to start this inning. So a good shutdown inning here would be a big step in the right direction.
Absolutely right. Red Sox close that lead. Rays give it to him, like you said.
Ground ball, right side. Zobrist from short right field. Toss to Kochman, and out of that shift, the Rays get the out on 1 pitch to Ortiz.
Well, that's it. You can't have a better start to an inning than that. 1 pitch, 1 out. A hitter like Ortiz, very dangerous.
Now Carl Crawford. Crawford 1 out of 2. And a ground ball headed to second. Zobrist makes this play. 2 pitches, 2 outs. That's a good trend.
Well, this is the automatic take, though. The automatic take. Most of the time.
Take a little more time getting to the plate.
Yeah.
From the on-deck circle.
Wade Davis so economical so far. 82 pitches here, 6 2/3. That's great.
Lowry is struck out and flied out. And the pitch is a strike. J.P. Howell up in the Rays bullpen. Ball, 1 strike. The pitch down. One. A foul ball back, a fastball on the inner part of the plate. 2-2. Two up, 2 down. Top half of the 7th. Takes care of Lowry. Well, he got him with a slider. 7th inning stretch time. 7-2 Rays. It's the home half of the 7th, and he takes a strike from the left-hander Felix Dubron. Damon has a single and a walk tonight. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd when he stole a base and scored a run. Pops it into shallow left. Crawford coming in is there and makes the catch for the out. By the way, Damon, who's out of Dr. Phillips High, they've got a big football matchup going tonight over in Central Florida Metro. And at the half, Dr. Phillips has a 21-0 lead on Olympia. They could be invoking the name of Johnny Damon.
The rallying war cry.
We want more. 21 is not enough. The pitch is down to Matt Joyce. 1 ball, no strikes. Two and nothing. DeGront, the third pitcher for Boston. Rays got 5 off Lackey, 2 off Atchison. This one is low. 3-0. Pitch inside. Ball 4, and with Joyce on his way to first, we'll go to Angela Jacobs.
Thanks, guys. We want to remind you about a big event tomorrow night pregame. The Rays, along with the All Children's Hospital, the Rays' wives, that is, will host the first annual Mystery Ball, a pretty exciting event. You want to hang out by gates 1 and 5, where you can pick up a ball signed by players from all across Major League Baseball. You won't know who the signature is because all the proceeds will go to the All Children's Hospital Foundation. So a surprise for you there, but all for a good cause. And again, gates 1 and 5. There's also a silent auction through the 7th inning at the Whitney Bank Club. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Casey Kochman takes a strike. 1 on, 1 out. Casey 0 for 1 with 2 bases on balls. He takes this one down. 1 and 1. One ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball wide. 2 and 1. Rays 6.5 behind Boston. They're trying to trim it to 5.5. 7-2 lead right now. Kochman swings, hits it deep down the right side, but I think it's going to be foul. Home run distance, but foul right down the line. And the count will go to 2-2. Casey gave it a look and said, that's foul.
Wishful thinking.
And a broken bat, ground ball to first. Gonzalez will step on the bag. Joyce moves into second. 2 outs with a runner now at second base for John Jaso. Jaso has homered and doubled. He's driven in 3 and has scored 2. And a good night for the Rays catcher. takes a strike at the knees. The Rays have gotten to and surpassed the 5-run mark tonight. It's been a good omen for the Rays all year long to get to 5 runs in a game. Their starting pitching has been so good and has consistently gone deep into games. If they can score 5, they're usually in pretty good shape. A broken bat by the mound. That's going to be picked up by Pedroia, and they still get Jaso as the ball got by Dubron. We're through 7, 7-2 Tampa Bay. Eighth inning with the Rays leading 7-2. And Josh Reddick leads it off. The pitch is a strike. Boy, Davis has been right on tonight. There's the line. And
how about that?
No walks. Absolutely. It's foul out of play. 6 strikeouts, and he got Lowry to end the 7th. And this is actually turns out to be a cutter, and that's been a very good pitch for him.
Yeah, we saw a couple of those strikeouts on that pitch tonight. He just, see how minor it is, just a few inches, but enough that he gives up on it and he catches the outside corner.
It's been pulled up the right side, one hop and grabbed by Joyce. They're going to hold Reddick to a base hit. It's his second hit. He singled to open the 6th inning, and now he singles to open the 8th.
Double barrel action. Peralta, of course, and J.P. Howell.
Yeah, Peralta is making his nightly appearance. Now, Jared Saltalamacchia.
Beginning to wonder if they actually called down for him. That's just part of his nightly routine.
Yeah. It becomes an involuntary response after a while. Pitch is popped left field side, foul and out of play by Saltalamacchia.
We were talking to him on the last plane flight, and he said that on the last road trip the phone rang in his room and he hopped up out of bed and started getting his shoulder loose.
That's exactly right. And I did ask him about, he normally will pitch in the winter. Is he going to do that this year? Oh, no.
No way.
I said, you're going to rest that shoulder and elbow. A strike to count to Saltalamacchia. And there's a strike. Breaking pitch. Well, just a little over 90 pitches here. Second hitter in the 8th. 92 pitches for Wade Davis. Dug out by Jaso. 1-2. Boston played a night game last night in Toronto. One of those early morning arrivals that the Rays had when they came home off their last road trip. A high foul out of play. Joe Madden's been playing it cool. He was saying before the game, if Rays win the first game, you'll look to the second game and things could get interesting. The 1-2. Ground ball foul. The Red Sox have one fewer game to play than the Rays. Coming into this one, the Rays had 20 left and Boston with 19, while the Rays are 6.5 back of Boston. They're 6 back in the loss column by virtue of the fact that the Rays have one more game to play than the Red Sox. And that pitch blocked and is a ball. 2-2. Like to trim that loss column as much as you can. Right there's the wild card. See, 58 losses for Boston and 64 for the Rays in the loss column. 6 different right there. Red Sox have played one more game than the Rays, and they lost that game. Now the 2-2. Strike 3 call at the knees. Saltalamacchia didn't like it. He's caught looking. Strikeout number 7 on the night for Wade Davis.
Now let's take a look at it with Fox Tracks. Once again, he brings that cutter back in right at the knees on the outside corner. That is perfect. Perfect.
The hitter gives up on that pitch, thinks it's a ball, and is surprised to find out that it's a strike. Ellsbury takes a pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes.
And that's not a pitch. You know, it's one thing if you know a guy has it, and they may be chatting about it in the dugout, but they've not seen that pitch from Wade Davis. This is a new little toy. And the first time they've seen him all year on top of it.
Pitch away. 2 balls, no strikes. Wade making his 4th career start against Boston, but his first this year. And so he's pulled out that cutter, and they're getting a new look.
Yes, they are, and not adjusting well yet.
High fly ball toward the line and left. Jennings is there, still fair, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. Marco Scutaro on his way to the plate. In fact, the last time the Red Sox saw Wade Davis was May the 24th of 2010. gave up 5 runs in 3 2/3 in that game. Scudero. And a first pitch fastball strike call.
Wade's longest outing against this Red Sox team, and 3 starts was 5 innings. Boy, has he shown up big tonight.
Well, they came out all business in the first inning. And a 1-2-3 first, and he built on that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike call. He had Scudero moving away. 1-2. And it's foul back. Holds the count at a ball, 2 strikes. Yankees play later on tonight. They're on the West Coast against the Angels. It's going to be Colon and Weaver. Weaver after his 17th win tonight, 16-7. Colon 8-9. The 1-2. And a ground ball left side. Grabbed there by Brignac, and the throw to first in time. No runs, a hit, and a man left. Bottom of the 8th coming. 7-2. Tampa Bay. But the first pitch of the night was really something here. And the special first pitch by the Blue Men Group.
By the who?
You know, the Blue Men Group. You know who those guys are.
That's the Blue.
Yeah.
And here, I thought the whole time the Blue Man Group was just a support group for depressed men.
Well, they look happy to me. Hot dog.
They're real.
The first pitch.
They're actually real.
There they are, yeah. The Blue Man Group.
Wow, I mean, this past offseason, I was down for a little while. I thought about joining them.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Yeah, well, No reason for you to be down.
A little bit of a lull.
The winter blues.
It only lasted 15, 20 minutes.
I know. There's the Blue Man Group for you.
Wow. You learn something new every day.
See?
Most of the time it's in the game, and sometimes it's just around the game.
Yeah, pregame.
Yeah,
Pregame, first pitch.
Support group for the president. What a moron.
New pitchers, Franklin Morales. Reed Brignac against the hard-throwing left-hander. First pitch is in there for a strike. First pitch was 97 from Morales. Morales, 25 years old, out of Venezuela. Throws a curveball. Strike two. One ball, two strikes. Morales, the fourth Boston pitcher tonight. And a liner foul down toward the bullpen. Still 1-2. Jennings next, followed by Upton. Cut and a miss. Brignac out on strikes.
Place your reservations for 2012 season tickets. Establish your seniority and be in line for priority upgrades and exclusive benefits, including the opportunity to potentially purchase 2011 postseason ticket packages. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. You might want to jump on that.
Desmond Jennings. His pitch is down. One ball, no strikes. Well, the Rays, to this point, have taken a step in the right direction, one step at a time.
That's it. I mean, that's really it. You got to break it down pitch by pitch, inning by inning. And what we saw tonight was the Rays. Wade Davis is out there first, setting the tone. The offense follows, take advantage of some lackey mistakes.
It's fouled straight back, and it's out of play, right back into our camera berth over there. Way to go. Jimmy Cozanel. Yeah, he's caught another one. He's been doing this long enough that he played in the dead ball era when you could catch him barehanded.
Had to be a little bit lower.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. So Jimmy's just graduated. He'll take him on barehanded. Oh, the ball's scuffed, too.
Beautiful.
Way to go, Jimmy. Yes, sir. Ground ball down to third. This is Lowry with the throw. And Jennings is out at first.
Field those ground balls, you better get rid of it and get it over there. That ball was sharply hit. Lowry made the play on it, took his time with the throw. Desmond Jennings made that a lot closer than you would like if you're not playing defense out there for the Red Sox.
Well, that's part of that instant acceleration he has and effort.
Yeah, well, and we've seen him, the way he gets out of the box by step three, he's at full speed.
Yep. Here's B.J. Upton. Fouls one back. Strike one. 0-1 to count to BJ. 1-1. BJ's base hit came in the 4th inning. It's low, and it got part of the plate umpire, Paul Nart. Get a visit here. That's not going to be all that pleasant. 2-1 to count here to Upton. It's not that we don't know what to say. We're just having a moment of silence because that is not pleasant at all. And the other crew members are going to come to make sure he's all right. Paul Harker's out from the Rays training crew. And let's just hope that all we need is a little time. And that would be it.
You remember that video of the guy in the old carnival days? It's a black and white video of the guy getting shot in the stomach with the cannonball.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what he's feeling right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it feels like.
Except this is worse. I mean, my goodness.
Dazed and confused. Yeah, we needed to see that again.
No, there's not a man on the planet that needs to see that again. So we're thinking that things are starting to move in the right direction. I guess time truly does heal all wounds.
But the scar remains.
And all you can do is wait and hope for the best. And I think we're going to get back to where we all want to be. Let's play baseball. Two and one the count to Upton. BJ, did he go? He held up on a pitch in the dirt again. And Nart says to Saltalamacchia, you make sure you block that pitch in the dirt again.
He's telling him now, how about something straight? You okay? I mean, honestly.
Three and one to count. And it's fouled back. Fastball at 95. Swing and a miss. Upton out on strikes with another fastball. We go to the ninth. Wade Davis on his way to the hill. given up 2 runs, 6 hits. 105 pitches so far tonight, and his season's high resting at 114. That was a start he made against the Seattle Mariners on the 19th of August. And he'll face the heart of the order, Adrian Gonzalez, to lead it off. Then Pedroia, followed by Ortiz. And the pitch is a ball. Gonzalez 0 for 3. And there's a shot back into center field. Upton back a few steps, about 5 feet from the track. He makes the catch. 1 away. Now Dustin Pedroia. Six hits allowed so far tonight by Davis. 3 of them came from the 8 and 9 hitters. Pedroia, big cut and a miss, strike 1. Of these hitters, think of this: Gonzalez, Pedroia, and Ortiz. They are collective 1 of 10, and that hit was that little roller down the third baseline by Pedroia. I mean, these are dangerous hitters we're talking about here. 1-1 the count. Major League's leading hitter right there, Gonzalez. Pedroia always tough. Same thing with Ortiz. The 1-1. Fly ball right field. Joyce will go back to the track, and he makes it over the shoulder catch on that one. That ball had some carry on it. Joyce had to cradle it.
Yeah, a little basket catch here. Over the shoulder like a wide receiver.
Well, here is Big Papi. David Ortiz. He's 0 for 3. Rays trying to go 15 games over 500 for the first time and close to within 5.5 of Boston. And a swing and a miss by Ortiz. Strike 1.
You see the swings these guys are taking here in the last inning? Frustrated. They're frustrated, coming out of their shoes, coming out of their game plans. We know David Ortiz is frustrated. That goes back to his first at bat.
Pitch inside. It's 1-1. Wade trying to go the distance for the first time this year. It would be the second time of his career. And the shutout back in 2009 against Baltimore. 1-1 the count. Here it is. Strike call. The pitch started wide and broke over. And now it's 1-2. Wade Davis has been very, very good tonight. Trying to close it out. Swing and a miss. It's all over. He struck him out with a high fastball at 96. Wade Davis goes the distance, and the Rays are winners 7-2. And they close the gap to 5.5 behind Boston in the wild card. A complete game victory for Davis. Rays win 7-2. Back in a moment.